Alright guys, as you see, my third game on Steam here is called Fancy VEER. And the reason it's called Fancy VEER is because at the time that I created this game, I wanted to make the longest name for a game on Steam. And at the time, it was the longest name, but I think somebody has outdone me since then and created a longer name. I forgot what it was, but somebody outdid me and made a game longer than this. But as you can see, the name of the game is right here. Fish are nasty, cake is excellent, Vector evading and Blaze the Rapture. So that is the name of the game, and to shorten it, basically I just took the first letter of every word and called it Fancy VEER. So that's something easier to remember, hopefully, even though it sounds weird. But this is the name of the game, guys. I created this. It came out back in July of 2018. And when you look at the game here, guys, you see that it is half off right now. And the reason I'm showing you guys this is because I just recently put out an update that gives you a lot better, like a lot more speed, a lot more responsive mobility, basically double what it used to be. So probably the biggest update Fancy VEER has ever had since I launched it. And the game's only $1.99 regular price, but if you get it within the next, like, less than 24 hours, 22 hours, you can get a half off at 99 cents. So you can take advantage of this update and a 50% off price right now. So Fancy VEER, if you kind of look at the trailer here, guys, welcome to the Vector realm. So you might think this looks a lot like Asteroids or something like that, but definitely a lot different than Asteroids. It is a very unique game. I'm proud of myself for making this game because I think I made a very unique game, something like I've never played before or seen before. And I used my imagination to really make something that's a lot of fun. So basically in this game, you have to turn your ship the opposite color of the rocks, or the Vectoroids I call them. So like red to shoot the green rocks, or you can crash through them for a lot more points. When you crash through them, you also build smash combo points that gives you even more points. So for example, like a rock, if you shoot it, might be worth like 60 or 80 points, but if you smash through it, it might be worth 300 or 400. Plus you get the smash combos as well. As you see me racking up smash combo, you have to be quick, you have to turn your ship the right color, it has to be the opposite color of the rocks. So you see, now I'm turning to blue, the opposite of orange. I got a 6 times combo there. Now I want to turn green to get that rock, but I messed up and I ran into a vector fish. Now to shoot vector fish, you have to turn the same color as a fish and then shoot it. And yay, got him, haha. Kind of my trailer here. Fish equal death and cake equal huge points. But just like the real world, cake will make you bigger, basically fatter and slower. Work off the cake by moving around and clearing levels. So to basically work off the cake, if you get really big and sluggish, you just move around and you'll slowly work that off. So if you don't move, you're not going to really reduce your size. You start off at 100% every time you spawn, but the faster you move around, the more you move around, the faster you're going to shrink. Basically burning calories, if you would. And then you can stay in one spot and notice you won't, your size won't reduce at all. But once you start moving around, the faster you move around, the faster your size is going to diminish. And the game's always going to give you cake when you need it. Now, originally my game was called Cap Fixed, which was like, fish are gross, cake is, I don't remember. But anyway, I changed it to Fancy VEER like right before the game launched. So there is this game, guys. I want to go ahead and show you quickly how this game works right now after the update. And we'll quickly do that right now. But this game is on Steam, guys. And it is my third game on Steam. And right now it is only 99 cents, but it's only $1.99 regular price. Also, if you guys look at the updates, one thing you might really find funny is I really use my imagination as well when the game launched. So basically, if you go to the community hub and you're looking at all the different discussions here or posts that I made, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, right when the game came out, this is where I changed the name from Cap Fixed to Fancy VEER. And I changed this like right at launch. And you might want to read this title here because it's pretty imaginative and funny about why I changed the name of the game. So if you look here, I mean, I'll just go ahead and read it just because I've had some friends read this and thought it was hilarious. So, this is like the night before I think I launched the game. Angry fish revolt at my door. Cap Fixed, that's what I was originally going to call it. It's a new name and is now Fancy VEER. Last night, after the weekend, just after my game launched on Friday. Okay, so it was the weekend after I launched it, my bad. Thought it was the night before. I heard a wet and angry loud slapping at my front door. My kids screamed in sheer terror at the strange, non-human sounds of aggression roaring beyond the wooden door that now shook in its frame. When I opened my door, ready to protect my family and kids, I was unready for what was waiting, floating in the darkness of the summer night air. And that's what I saw when I opened the door. They're floating in the night air, right? These fish were not happy, and I got word that I had launched a new Steam game calling them gross, because the original title was FIG, Cat Fixed, Fish is Gross. So they were pissed off that I called my Steam game calling them gross. They were livid and demanding a public apology in a fish roar that barely made out any understandable words. Fearing for my own life and envisioning seeing my poor kids being devoured in front of my own eyes, I dropped to my knees and apologized profusely. Tears filled my eyes as the horrifying floating fish roaring at me caused my body to tremble in horror. But my apology wasn't enough. The hours of the night passed, and slowly the terror of the fish subsided as they became more friendly and less threatening. They made me promise to never eat fish again, and even forced me to toss out the 8 cans of tuna fish that they found in my pantry as well. I agreed, and of course without any resistance. But as the morning hours came, I found myself laughing with the fish so hard as we sat at my kitchen table playing a hilarious round of Pictionary. The fish were incredibly good at using their fins to work a pencil and at scribbling out pictures on paper. The angry sounds rang out deep laughs, and the beer I had offered them did the trick and perhaps even saved my life. Fish are so funny when they get buzzed or drunk on alcohol, let me tell you. Somewhere in the night, as the horror turned to drunken sounds of tabletop drawing games with the floating fish, we came to an agreement to simply not call the fish gross in my game. To fish, that is the most vile and hurtful thing you can call them. They said that they were totally fine with calling them nasty, especially after they saw how the fear they had filled me with caused me to wet my own jeans when I saw them at my front door. In fact, that's what started their laughs, and then finding the opportunity to offer them some cold suds. I guess you just never know when urinating yourself might save your life. While they didn't agree that cake is delicious and tried to get me to change the cake in my game to fingerlings, we finally came to an agreement that I could keep the cake in my game as long as I didn't call it delicious. So then I say, in all seriousness, I changed the name. I changed the game last night when I was reminded by a Steam friend that technically the part of my original fish is gross, colors are pretty, fish is gross, cake is delicious, was not correct English grammar. He stated that to be grammatically correct, it would need to be fish are gross. Well, that would be FAG, and I didn't want FAG to be part of my name of the game. So I didn't want to, fish is gross was fine, fig, but FAG, as you can understand, would not work well. I wasn't about to change fig for fish is gross to the initials for fish are gross, for obvious reasons, mainly because I didn't want to get kicked off the Steam platform as a small indie developer. So I decided to brainstorm a new name last night and came up with a name that better fits the name of the game as it is developed as well. And so the abbreviation Fancy VEER is a much easier name to say and remember than the previous Cat Fixed anyhow. So anyway, that's kind of the write-up on why the game is called Fancy VEER, and why it changed when I launched it or right after I launched the game. So let me go ahead and show you guys the game real quick before we play some Dead by Daylight. All right. So again, there's the name of the game. It tells you right here the fire. Basically, your control of your ship and firing is all done with the mouse. So you're simply going to hit left mouse button to fire, and right mouse button thrust your ship in whatever direction the cursor is from your ship. And then to change the ship color so you can blast through them and shoot them, you simply use WASD. You destroy vectoroids with the opposite color by being the opposite color, and you destroy the fish by being the same color. Extra points, it tells you all here, all kinds of tips and stuff like that. To move fast, basically you move the mouse cursor far away from your ship, and to slow down, use the right mouse for thrust when the cursor is really close to your ship. Just basically stop or slow down. You have Steam high scores here. that basically show you the highest scores in the game. You can see I am not the highest, I don't own the highest score for the game. Somebody has almost double the score, and that's actually a friend of mine, a subscriber on YouTube. And then you also have a best crash combos list, and I don't even own that. I have 12 is my best crash combo, but again, the same friend, Laurent there, has 18, so I need to basically get better at my own game, it looks like. So anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and show you this game. So when you launch the game, you're going to be a level 1. It shows you your score here, shows you your size, it shows you the probability of cake spawning near you, and how many lives you have. So down here is kind of a color chart to show you what button you hit to turn what color, right? And then basically the colors of the asteroid you can shoot when you're that color. That's kind of the key. You're not going to really have time to look at that, but that's just kind of help you if you're, wanting to know. You're really going to learn just by doing it quickly and learning, hitting WASD quickly and learning what color is what. So you start off by spawning, move your cursor to a safe spot, hit space, and you will spawn. You'll see that I'm yellow, so I can shoot purple or crash through purple asteroids. I have a fish after me. He homes in on me, so I want to go ahead and turn red, and my outside being red, and I can shoot the fish, right? Now, if I am, let's say that I am, now I have to shoot the opposite color, so I can only shoot green asteroids. If I shoot a rock that's red, for example, the bullet will bounce off and could potentially kill me. Same thing with purple, right? Bounces off. Now, one thing you can see, if you have a fish and you bounce a, so if I shoot this fish, for example, right here, right? You see I get like 60 points, 59 points. But if another fish comes in here, and I ricochet a bullet, the right colored bullet, off of a Vectoroid and into the fish, I'll get like 10 times as many points, right? So basically the game rewards you for being skillful and taking chances. It's all risk versus reward. So we're going to go ahead and wait here. There we go. Let's see if I can ricochet a... Oh, I hit it. I didn't ricochet it. But that's kind of the idea. If you do ricochet a bullet off of a rock, not only if you hit yourself, it'll kill you, but if you hit a fish, you'll get 10 times as many points. So now let's go ahead and try to get some crash combo points. Like I said, you can shoot rocks by turning like the right color. So I got 17 points for shooting that rock. But if I crash through a rock, you'll see I got 127, plus I start a crash combo here. I got another fish after me. Now the zapping around the outside of the screen means I have enough speed to crash through the rocks. If you're not going fast enough, you won't crash through the rock, even if you're the right color, right? So I need to be blue to hit that one. There's some cake for me. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. I am blue. I'm the same color as that fish, so I can shoot it. Get rid of it. There's some milk. That's a bonus. Pick that up as well. 1,500 points. We're going to go ahead and shoot this fish. So now I need to be yellow to hit that purple one. See this color. 3 times combo, and I crashed into the orange rock. And it'll always tell you exactly why you died. You died crashing into a Vectoroid. I was the wrong color. So I had enough speed. I just was the wrong color, so I died. So it always tells you exactly why you died. So for example, if I died to the fish, for example, right? You died to a vector fish, right? And let's say I'm going too slow. See, I'm not going slow enough. I don't have the zap. I don't have the static around the outside of the screen. And let's just say I'm the right color here. You were going too slow to smash that Vectoroid, but I was the correct color. Right? So it always tells you exact reason why you died in the game. Again, this game is... I've never played a game like this, guys. I'm really proud of it because I thought it was very imaginative and created a really unique and fun game to play. It does take a little bit of time to master, but you can have a lot of fun, especially trying to rack up those crash combos and stuff like that and trying to score a lot of points. I think the shrinking, the more you move around, and the cake to make you bigger, and which gives you less maneuverability as you get bigger. I think that's just another bonus to the game that kind of adds a little bit of depth to it as well. But I think this game, even though it doesn't have that impressive of graphics, I think it's a hell of a lot of fun. I think it's a very deep game that takes time to master. And I'm really proud of Fancy VEER, to be honest. I think I created a really unique and imaginative game that at first glance you might think, oh, this is asteroids, but as you can see, it's way different than asteroids is. So once you clear the screen, it'll tell you how many points you got. It'll give you exactly how many points you scored in every area. Total smash combo points, 502. Time bonus got 0. So if you clear all the asteroids quickly, you can get a time bonus. Fat and happy bonus points, basically your size while living. End size, basically you get more points if you're bigger when you in the level. And again, go ahead and start here. We're going to go ahead and try to get some more crash combo points here. And you can get really good at maneuvering. It's probably going to be a little bit hard for you. Yeah, cake and a Vectoroid there. 6 times combo. And I get this one as well. 8 times combo. You see that 8 times combo was worth 3,500 points. And then also, you know, my fat and happy points in size. Basically, I was 157%, so I got 687 points there. And my total smash combo points as well. You just wait a couple seconds, and it will launch you into level 3. So this is a quick demonstration of Vectoroids, guys. The Vectoroids start moving quicker as the level increases, and there will be more and more of them. You'll slowly start getting more and more Vectoroids in the game. Vectorfish are more likely to come after you as well as you continue to progress through the game. But that is a quick look at Vectoroids, guys. Again, this game is only $1.99 regular price on Steam. Definitely check it out if it looks like something fun to play with you. And again, I think I created a pretty easy to use and fun to play maneuvering system as well, where you only have to use your right mouse button and you move towards the towards your cursor. Again, hold right mouse button when your cursor's far away to move really fast. Oops. And then if you want to slow down, you just move your mouse cursor close to you, and you see that I'm going a lot slower, right? And that's kind of how the game works. Boom. Oh! Those rocks are too close together. You gotta be careful about that. But again, I like the fact that I coded the game. The game always knows exactly why you died and can tell you exactly why you died as well. Although that took a little bit of coding there. But, yeah. There is Fancy VEER for you guys if you guys are interested in picking this game up or checking it out on Steam. I could definitely use some reviews because, like I say, I think this game is definitely underappreciated with only 2 Steam reviews in almost 3 years. I think, and especially the price tag. I mean, the game's $2 regular price. It's half off right now. I think the game definitely deserves a little bit more than 2 reviews. I'm just saying. Let me know what you guys think, though. But that is Fancy VEER on Steam.